And secondly, musical comedy, I generally stumble into it out of trial and error, but it involves everything I'm passionate about: music, creative writing. Um, you can, when writing lyrics, or well, lyrics are a subcategory of literature, and in literature you can explore every conceivable subject from every conceivable angle. And for me, the I pressure myself into trying to be funny because uh, I want to evoke genuine emotions from people. Like when I was training as a musician as a teenager, um, my tutor said broadly speaking, the four categories of music are when it comes to emotions you're trying to evoke are cry, die, fight, or dance. Cry, die, fight, or dance. Uh, and most music is meant to inspire people into one of those four things, like die for your country or die for a prospective lover. Um, but I think making people laugh is a really hard challenge, and the reason why again, trial and error, but say classical guitar, which I'm far more trained in that than I am in musical comedy, but it's a quiet, shy instrument. It's hard to even hear it, let alone uh, feel strongly about what you hear on it. Um, so I just like most people who are creatives, I'm kind of neurotic and need that validation. And so, because most of my lyrics, they're about particular things that interest me, but I want to just to know that I'm not uh, just indulging myself. I try to make sure I'm evoking emotions from other people, and laughter is an emotion that can't really be faked, and it shows that what if the validation of making people laugh shows that what I'm saying is packing a punch, which for me that matters.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not the only time I've ever seen a comedian at an open mic. It's not unheard of. It's just across the years of me doing the open mic, seeing obviously doing the sound and stuff, and seeing just all the sorts of people that show up. You're completely right. You get all sorts of people, oddballs. It's fun. It's great. I love it. But you don't often see comedians, to be honest. Every now and again, you'll see a comedian, and sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. But I guess the only reason I pose that question is because there are comedy clubs, comedy venues, comedy gigs, etc. And I just wondered, like, from the environment perspective, which is what you've laid out already,
Yeah,
but just
I play more music open mics than comedy clubs. Well, although the Old Monkey is where we've met is a comedy club of some repute. Uh, but the nights I play tend to be music nights rather than comedy nights. So comedy open mics, there's a few problems with them. Number one, most of the people in the audience are other comedians or their mates. So realistically, there's two possible reactions you're going to have from them. One of them is, phew, that person is no threat to me. And, oh no, that bastard's better than me. And neither of those are a pleasant reaction to get.
it's the same at open mics, man. There's no fucking difference. People might not say it, but that separates the arseholes from the cool
And,
people, really.
but there's a larger variety, like someone who's a guitar shredder is not versus someone who's a singer who sings, say, Spice Girls covers. That they could both excel and they wouldn't feel threatened by each other.
I always look at it like, if you're a fan of music, or I mean, think about like the people that show up, say, like to the Old Monkey and places like that. There's regular faces, right? And then there's some people that show up once, never show up again, and there's no rules to it. But I have found over the years, and I've said this to other performers as well that've been on the show, and it's generally that kind of universal agreement, like, you stick around, you watch everyone as much as you can, unless you have to go. Try and make connections, make friends, whatever. You get a lot more out of it, I think. And then of course there's more investment, isn't there? If it's,
Yeah.
I know obviously.
There are comedy open mics, and as a musical comedian, musical comedy is a hard sell in general. But I've played comedy open mics